YouTube, what up, though? It's your boy Midwest Mellow, back with another video. And of course, I got my week 12 results for y'all and my week 13 picks for the NFL season. And we for sure got to talk about some boxing, so let's just get right into it. Detroit did not have a good Thanksgiving. We lost to Houston 41-25. Washington beat Dallas 41 to 16. Buffalo beat the Chargers 27-17. Tennessee beat Indianapolis 45-26. Minnesota beat Carolina Panthers 28-27. Jacksonville beat Cleveland 27-25. The Giants actually beat Cincinnati 19-17. Didn't expect that. Arizona beat the Pats 20-17. Miami beat the Jets 20-3, which I expected. Still don't have the Jets winning a game yet. The Raiders beat ATL 43-6, a massive blowout. And Pittsburgh beat Baltimore. That was a game that was rescheduled, but they won that 19-14. New Orleans beat Denver 31-3, another blowout. The Rams beat San Francisco 23-20. Kansas City beat Tampa Bay 27-24, and Green Bay beat Chicago 41-25. Also, almost forgot, Seattle beat Philly 23-17, and so for my picks, I went 9-7 due to Pittsburgh beat Baltimore. That kind of saved me. So jumping into week 13, I got NO over ATL. I got Tennessee over Cleveland. I have Chicago over Detroit. This is one of those times that I'm going to actually pick against Detroit. I have Miami over Cincinnati, Minnesota over Jacksonville, Indianapolis over Houston. I almost picked the Jets to win, but I'm going to go with the Raiders even though they're away. I'll take Seattle over the Giants, the Cardinals over the Rams, the Chargers over the Pats. I'll have Green Bay over Philly this week, Kansas City over Denver, Pittsburgh over Washington, and I'll have Buffalo against San Francisco. I'm going to take Buffalo because, well, not because, but even though they're away, I'm going to pick Buffalo. And then I guess Baltimore versus Dallas has been rescheduled to Tuesday. I'm still going to take Baltimore. So those are my week 13 picks for the NFL. And I'm going to just put this out first. Tomorrow night we have Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia. A lot of people seem to think that Errol Spence can't put Danny Garcia down. Obviously, I see why. He's never been put down. He's a dog. He hits hard. You can beat him, but it's very hard to knock him down. I don't think he's ever been put to the mat yet. So we'll see. A lot of the people seem to believe that Danny Garcia can knock out Errol Spence. A lot of people think Errol Spence should have took a tune-up fight because this is his first debut fight after the accident. But I'll take Errol Spence Jr. As the winner of this fight. If I had to pick how, I'll say unanimous decision. But I do think that he will, maybe once or twice, put Danny Garcia on the ground. But I don't think he'll knock him out. So we'll see how that goes. That's tomorrow night. I'm definitely going to be watching that fight. I may actually go live and just talk about the undercard and stuff like that. I don't give the undercard enough love on these fights. So I'm going to start doing that too. And that'll also enhance my knowledge of boxing. So I'll keep that up. But we got to talk about the Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson thriller, you know what I'm saying? So that fight ended in a draw. It was an interesting fight. Mike Tyson looked great. His punches looked great. Roy Jones even said it himself that everything that he hit him with hurt. He might have been exaggerating, but I do think that Mike Tyson still has some of that power for sure. And he's definitely still has some of the tenacity, a lot of the tenacity. Um, Other fights on the card: Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. That was a big deal because Nate Robinson got knocked out pretty badly. He got beat up pretty badly too. He was knocked down like 3 times. He kept getting up. So shout out to him. Until that last one just put him to sleep. At first, I thought the first knockdown was actually dirty, not dirty, but it just wasn't clean. Like I thought that he hit him in the back of the head by mistake. But I talked to a few people and I kept looking over the replay, and he caught him in the ear, like he ear holed him. That's like something that you would say as football terminology, but you could use it for that. When he threw the hook or whatever you want to call it, he basically just caught him like right before the back of the head, like ear, this area, and you could see him go out. Like it was tough to watch that, but we all know Nate Robinson isn't a boxer. He's a great athlete, but that does not mean that you can just transition right into boxing. So he should take his time. My opinion on Jake Paul, I don't really have one. Not really a fan. I'm not really interested in him. I see that he's taking boxing serious, which is something that I felt they should have warned Nate Robinson about. He's not just a YouTube guy. Well, he is a YouTube guy, but he's actually taking the proper steps and he's doing the real training for boxing. So you don't want to take that lightly. And I think that might have been what actually happened with Nate Robinson. Um, but moving on, because I want to talk about the memes and all that stuff. Moving on, Badu Jack beats Blake McKinnon or McKernan. I apologize. That was a pretty good fight. Badu Jack dominated. It made me want to look into this other guy though, because they were talking about like he's like a big puncher and he knocks guys out. I didn't see any of that against Badu Jack. He's a tough guy. I actually became a fan of Badu Jack. Actually, seeing highlights of him getting beat up, where he got that scar. He got that split. His head got split, like, and the fight was stopped or whatever. Um, that and for some reason, I just like that type of stuff. Like when you could just keep going after taking the beating. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty cool. So he ended up winning that fight. Badu Jack won that fight. Obviously Jake Paul, and then the Mike Tyson Roy Jones was a draw. Everybody's looking forward to seeing Mike Tyson do that again. Um, I don't think Roy's gonna get back in the ring. I don't see the point of him doing it. He's been knocked out by lesser guys. I mean, so I'm sure tons of people thought Mike Tyson was gonna kill him. So he survived. That's good enough. I actually been hearing about Shannon Briggs trying to call out Mike Tyson. Now that guy has never not been in shape. So he's an interesting character. He's always screaming out "Let's go, champ." I was before I even started my YouTube, like he was just hilarious to me. But he looks like he have if you've ever watched any of his boxing matches, you can see he can fight. So yeah, but that's all I got. Let me know who y'all think is gonna win the fight. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me what y'all thought about those fights. Obviously we're gonna get some Nate Robinson slander. And let me know who y'all think gonna win these games for week 13. We got playoffs coming up. Obviously, Detroit's not gonna be there at this point, so I don't see anything changing. But we got about 5 more games, 4 more games. So we'll see. That's all I got, guys. I'm up out of here. Deuces.